While in Texas, I get asked often about the weather in New York. The snow is the worst in February. Winter really hits. It's also the month Dad died. The ice cracking the gas line, the fire at his home. Yes, it's cold up there. It's really cold in February. February is a tough month because it's the month my father died, and also it's the month he was born. It's where his life begins. It's where his life ended. As children, it could be our fathers who give us our very first Valentine's Day gift. My husband gave our newborn daughter and I matching earrings for her very first Valentine's Day. I felt my eyes tear up from the love I felt inside. She didn't even have her ears pierced yet, and to this day we have not worn the earrings together. But the thought of them, the meaning of togetherness the earrings represent, is what means the most. I didn't casually say to others, "Yeah, my dad got me that," or "That's from my dad." There weren't many gift exchanges between us. He had given me this one thing, though, something that was his. It was his pocket knife. It was kind of grimy and gross to look at. He handed it to me, and I wasn't sure I really wanted it. It seemed a little rebellious, and also it was a little rusted. Dad said something about having it since high school, a time in his life he never really spoke about. He was about 17, he said, when he bought it. I had written on a note card that Dad had given me this pocket knife, and I had written the date that he had told me. I also had a few quotes from Dad. "Life is a bitch, and then you die. No one gets out of here alive." I knew Dad was going through a tough time. But until he died, I didn't really realize how much of a tough time that was. When I saw his pocket knife in the cup holder in his car after he died, after the fire, I picked up the pocket knife, immediately thinking about this one pocket knife that he had given me. I started thinking about why he gave it to me, why then, and what this pocket knife meant to him. I was 12 years old, and I knew he wasn't happy with life. I knew that he really wasn't happy with life. I carried his words and the pocket knife around with me. At school, it was hard to concentrate. I started writing poems about how I felt. His words were only a few blocks away. He was still living at the greenhouse, where we all had lived together. Usually he was sleeping. He didn't ask much about the pocket knife. And I didn't ask him much about his time using it either. It seemed like every time I saw him, he really just wanted to be alone. Sometimes he'd leave a voice message about the full moon. Our conversations were getting shorter and shorter. I had tucked the pocket knife away in a drawer. I felt that I really had no use for it. The pocket knife I found in the cup holder of Dad's car after he died will inspire me to research his time in high school. I will look through his yearbook, and then I will seek out his high school transcripts. I will see his grades. I will see the classes he took and his test scores. I will speak to a couple of his high school friends. I will realize through thinking about his pocket knife that it had held the best time in his life. I realize now that he had given me the pocket knife back then to keep a connection, to keep our relationship going. He had given me that pocket knife to say that he didn't also want to lose me. Seeing the one in the cup holder that I found in his car reminds me of this most difficult time in Dad's life and how easy it would have been then to push him away. Back then, I didn't know if I had been making the right choice, but I know now that I had, by keeping him in my life. Sometimes the gift doesn't sparkle or shine. Sometimes it holds the hope that things will get better. I have one Valentine's Day card from my dad, and it reads, "My life changed when you were born. Sometimes I've fallen short, but but I never stopped loving you with all my heart. I'm proud of you in so many uncountable ways. Thank you for never giving up on me. Love always, Dad.